What's up guys, Coach Sam here from the SPA. Now 25.3 has just been released and it's a bit of a beast, so we're going to break it down. We've got high volume rowing, we've got wall walks spread throughout the whole workout, and we've got 3 different barbell movements in our deadlift, our cleans and our snatches, all within a 20-minute time cap. So it's a beast and we're going to break it down. I'll be going through my exact pacing strategy that's going to help you avoid the parts that most people are going to fuck up so that you can maximize your score and keep moving efficiently throughout the whole workout. So let's get into it. So first things first, mindset and pacing. Now, you will have probably done 25.2 at this point, which was a 12-minute workout. And if you did that, you'll know how important your pacing was in terms of getting your best score or fucking it up. Irrespective of your fitness, your pacing was really, really important. That's a 12-minute workout, this is a 20-minute workout. So the importance on pacing is really, really vital in this one. And we're gonna break down exactly how we're gonna do that in the following clips. Now, this is the first trap that I'm gonna help you avoid. Going out too hot on the row. Look, I understand you're fresh at this point in the workout. Adrenaline is pumping, the music is blasting, but if you watch the live stream, you'll notice that these guys were big. 6 foot plus, 90 plus kilos, and they're games level athletes or top level athletes. And they were coming off the row in 2 minutes. That's about 1700 to 1800 calories per hour. If you're anywhere near that, take a second and think, am I that level of athlete? What you want to do is row at about 80%, because the issue that you have with going too hard is that you redline. Now, you might get off the row 10 or 15 seconds before the person you might be racing. You think, great. However, that's 3 to 5 minutes. You've still got the best part of 15 minutes to go. You are gonna lose 10 to 15 seconds and a lot more by going too hard and redlining on this. So take some intensity off the row at the start. You'll also notice that on the live stream, the regular guy, who's still a beast of an athlete, was on pace with the games guys at the start. How much slower did he finish than them? 9 minutes. So do not fall into the trap of going out too hot on the row. Next up, we've got the deadlift. Should you be going singles or touch and go? Now, permitting that the weight for the barbell isn't more than kind of 80% of your 1 rep max, I would almost always recommend at this stage going touch and go, because you are a little bit fresher because it's your first barbell movement. But make sure you have a strategy. I'm personally going to be looking at going maybe a 10, 5, 5, 5. Now, that 10 allows me to get a nice chunk of the work done out the way. The 5, 5, 5 allows me to reduce that kind of time under tension. So on that 5th rep, I'm going to drop, take a second, and then go again. I'm not going to be resting a whole bunch of time. I'm just being strategic with how I break it up so that I get through those 25 reps in good time without selling my soul and jacking my heart rate up. You are going to see some people here try and be a hero. They might not think that 102 or 70 kilos is too heavy. For them, they go 20, 25 unbroken, and then you watch them go back to the wall, and then they stare at the floor for 15 seconds. Don't try and be a hero here. Touch and go, but with a strategy. What grip should you use when deadlifting? Should you go mixed grip? Should you go double overhand? Now, the trick here is to look at what you're going to be doing later on in the workout. If you have power cleans, for your snatches, you're going to have to go double overhand and you're going to have to go hook grip. So, for the deadlifts, I'd suggest mixed grip. It's going to save that grip because you're going to need it later on. Another trap in this workout is going to be trying to hammer through the power cleans. What you're going to see in your gym is you're going to see a bunch of heroes. They're going to look at the 61 or the 43 kilo bar and be like, well, you know, I can touch and go that, and they're going to try and be a hero. Now, I'm going to tell you exactly what's going to happen there. They're going to go 10. They're going to look pretty smooth. And then they're going to spend 30 seconds here looking at the bar. So instead, what I want you to do is this. It's quick singles, but as you come down, you push that bar to the floor. Now I know what you're thinking when it comes to going quick singles, but I'm going to lose time. It's a slower cycle rate than someone doing touch and go. Yes, however, you need to look over the whole set. Now when we go singles, as we're coming down, essentially we're resting, where there's no time under tension. We're not under load at this point. So you're going to be chipping away at that person who's gone really big and then rested for 30 seconds. Better to keep moving consistently than to go big set, rest for ages. Small sets with small rest is your best friend here. Now the hack here to keep those singles really, really smooth is to follow the bar to the ground and push it to the floor. It's gonna stop the bar bouncing around and it's gonna get you set for that next rep, moving consistently throughout the whole 25. Okay, to the snatches. Personally, I'm looking at this workout and this is the point in which I'm gonna be trying to pull the pin and make my move. Now you're only gonna be able to do that if you pace the previous work appropriately. Otherwise, you're gonna spend a lot of time looking at this bar. Now, we took some time off the power cleans by going quick singles. However, with the load dropping here, personally, I'm gonna be looking at trying to hold touch and go for 3 to 5s, at least for a couple of sets, so I can get a good way through that 25 reps. But 25 is substantial, so make sure you have a plan with this. Efficiency of movement is gonna be really important here. Now, what a lot of people will do, get 75% of the way through a workout, their lower back seizes up and they can't end up completing it. I don't want that for you. So we're gonna look at how we're moving this barbell. What I don't want is for all the movement to just be coming from the torso. As you come down with this bar, keep the chest up and bend at the knees. So, chest up, bend with the knees. That way we're gonna keep a lot of load in the legs and try and save the back. On to what is going to be the biggest deal breaker for most people, the wall walk. Now, this is where so much time can be won or lost. And the good news is, wall walks aren't that high skill of a movement, so we can actually make quite a lot of changes in a very short period of time. And I'm going to show you exactly what that looks like. Now, I'm going to introduce you to the 4 C's of a wall walk. This is going to be your secret weapon to shaving seconds off your 25.3 score. Each move of the 4 C's is just as important as the next one. Respect them all equally. The first one is the cobra. We're going to try and get our shoulders and chest as far away from the floor as possible. Now, the second C is the cat. And if we did our cobra correctly, this is a whole lot easier. The goal here is to get our bum as high up in the air as possible to set our way up for the third C. Is climb. Now, I'm going to climb the foot up as high on the wall as I can. We're not bent with the leg. We're trying to get it as straight as possible. We want to make as much groundwork here as we can. Now, second one, make sure the foot comes up before the hands have moved. The 4th C is all about clawing and climbing up the wall. Now, a mistake here that people do is they just push with the arms. What I want you to do is claw and climb with the feet as you push with the hands. Do both. One mistake a lot of people will make is they won't bring their hands back to the tape before the feet come off the wall. This workout is hard enough as it is. Don't make it any harder than it has to be by picking up some costly no reps. One thing you want to make sure that you avoid when it comes to the wall walks in 25.3 is taking unnecessary steps. Ideally, when it comes to the wall walk, sounds obvious, but we want to spend as little time doing a wall walk as possible. So as long as you're in control, I want you to try and take as big a step with the hands as you can. The less time we can spend doing wall walks, the more energy that we're going to save. One piece of advice for the warm-up in 25.3 is to spend some time doing wall walks with a different amount of steps. Try go really big and you might find that actually that's quite uncomfortable and I'm not in control of the movement. Also, you might go too many and realize I probably didn't need to take that many. So, in your warm-up, practice over and over, maybe 5 reps of how many steps that you're going to take so that you know what you're doing once the 3, 2, 1 starts. Now, if you're one of the lucky ones to have made it through the 25 wall walks, to have made it through the first 50 calorie row, and to have made it through the 75 reps of various barbell movements, and you get to that final row, you need to make a deal with the devil to sell your soul. It's probably not going to be any more than 3 minutes, and then your workout is done. Every single calorie on that rower is going to be thousands and thousands of places on the leaderboard. It's 25.3, it's the final workout of the open. Go out on your shield and get through that row. Now, in summary for 25.3, firstly, pace the first row, 80%. Secondly, touch and go the deadlifts, but have a strategy in mind. Thirdly, prioritize efficiency on the wall walks using the 4 Cs. Number 4, on the power cleans, quick singles, but push it to the ground. And lastly, if you make it that far, pull the pin on the snatches and the row. And there you have it. That's exactly how I'm going to be pacing 25.3 for myself and my athletes. Now, give it a go and let me know how you get on in the comments section below. Catch you in the next one. Bye!